Now, today, Microsoft held their Surface event to announce a new update to their lineup for the Surface Pro, Surface Laptop, and the Surface Studio, which hadn't been refreshed for more than 4 years. Well, today they did announce the Surface Laptop 5, the Surface Pro 9, and the Surface Studio 2 Plus. Well, we're going to get into it now. Now, these are my thoughts on it. Now, I do have the Surface Laptop 5 coming, and I do have the Surface Pro 9 coming to the studio. I did pre-order them, so I will have reviews on those. Surface Studio 2, I'm going to wait and see. Maybe Microsoft will send it. I don't know. They didn't send me any devices in the past. I'm not expecting them to send it this year as well. Now, the first device we're going to get into is the Surface Laptop 5. And I'm going to say right off the bat, there are a couple of disappointments here. No AMD model this time around, which is a big disappointment in my opinion. They're going with the 12th gen Intel processors, and it only has 60 hertz in terms of the refresh rate, and it only has an HD webcam. Yeah, 720p is still on this device. We were kind of hoping for a full HD webcam this time around. You don't get it. Of course, we're going to test it out when I get it into the studio, and having the higher refresh rate would have been great. But we do get a Dolby Vision display on this laptop, of course. It's got the Pixel Sense display, nice resolution on it. It's going to have a Whisper Quiet keyboard, which I absolutely love. I've loved the keyboards on the previous iterations, and I think I'm going to like it on this one. Of course, I will get it into the studio and give you my real-time opinion on it. Now, as far as the processor, 12th gen processors here, U series, not a big surprise here. They're definitely going for the battery life on this. And there are some new colors here. That's going to be the sage green here among the other colors that they're offering. So I have the sage green coming. Now, unfortunately, that one only comes in the metal. You can't get it in the Alcantara, which I kind of like the Alcantara, but I also like the metal. So not a huge big deal there, but something to be aware of. So I'm looking forward to testing out the Laptop 5. But again, a little disappointed in the webcam, and I'm disappointed in not offering a higher refresh rate, and of course, among few other things there. But for the most part, I've been a big fan of the Surface Laptop line, so hopefully this will continue that trend, and I'm looking forward to that sage green color. Next up is the Surface Pro 9. Now, something a little bit interesting this year, they're going to offer both an Intel and an ARM variant. Yes, no longer do you get the Surface Pro X. That's been merged into the Surface Pro line proper. So if you want the better battery life with the SQ3, and now I've checked out the ThinkPad X13S Gen 1 that had the Snapdragon 8cX Gen 3. This is Microsoft's take on it. They've worked with Qualcomm on it. They're calling it the SQ3, and they're saying you're going to get about 3 hours more battery life than the Intel variant. So I'm looking forward to checking both the Intel and the ARM variant, and I'm really looking forward to that ARM because it offers 5G, and you know how I feel about that. Always having that connection on when you're on the road, that can't be beat in my opinion. But the Surface Pro 9, again, moves to the 12th gen processors. U series, again, we want to see good battery life, so I'm not surprised that they went with the U as opposed to, say, something like the P. Again, thin and light chassis, you don't want to put the P in there. You're going to get too much heat involved there. And then, of course, you get new colors. You got the sapphire color, which is a bluish color. There's a sage green on this one as well. And then there's a 10th anniversary edition with some etched pattern in it. It looks pretty nice. I've got one coming to the studio. I don't have the etched version, but I do have the sage green. So I'm really into that sage green, it seems. But I will be checking out also the ARM variant, which only comes in the platinum. Now, it's going to have the Pixel Sense display, the good camera on that one. We've always get good cameras on the Surface Pro series, so I'm not really going to be surprised on how good it is. I'm sure it's going to be very good for all your video conferencing needs. It's got upgradable SSDs on this. Of course, the starting price on this, if you have a student discount, is $899, $999 without a student or military pricing. I was able to get student pricing through my son. He's a student, obviously. So that's $899. And then, of course, you want to add the type cover and the pen. I already have the pen from last year's version. It's a slim pen, too. I'm a big fan of it. It's a Carpenter style pen. So that's going to be bundled. If you want to get those together, you can also buy them separately. So I'm looking forward to checking these out. Again, I'm a big fan of the Surface Pro line. I like the infinite kickstand. I like the form factor, and they've gotten better each year. So I'm looking forward to seeing how these will perform with the new 12th gen processors in them. And then, of course, Microsoft announced the Surface Studio 2 Plus. Yeah, not really a major upgrade here. Hadn't been upgraded for about 4 years, so it's in dire need of an upgrade. So they're putting 11th gen Core i7 processor in, not the more modern 12th gen. That's a little bit disappointing, but it is in line with the tradition here. They're always a step behind or generation behind in terms of the processor, but they did outfit it with an RTX 3060 GPU, giving it a little bit more graphics horsepower. That's pretty good. And then, of course, it retains the same form factor as previous iterations. This comes in at around $4,500. Again, it's not cheap, but it's geared towards a very specific segment of the audience. I don't know if I'm going to be getting one. I'll have to see. It's a big expense out of the channel's budget. To get one, of course, Microsoft's not sending me any of these devices. I am going out of pocket. But that's pretty much what Microsoft announced today. A little disappointed in the Surface Laptop 5 in the sense they didn't upgrade the camera and they didn't go with a higher refresh rate. So a little bit disappointing in that, but I'm looking forward to testing out the 12th gen. And I think the biggest disappointment with the Laptop 5 is that there's no AMD variant this time around. Not sure what the deal is on that. I'm going to look into that. But again, a little bit disappointing. Surface Pro 9, I am liking the new colors and I'm liking what they're doing here, of course. Once I get it into the studio, I will put it through its paces and bring you full reviews on each and every one of them. But I'm curious to know what you think. Let me know in the comments section below. Now, I will leave links for pre-ordering in the description below. For those interested in it, check out the link for more information and where you can pre-order it. So please hit the like button, please subscribe, please share this video. Don't forget to leave a comment in that comment section below. Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know if there's a device or something out there you think I should review. I'll do my best to try to make that happen. Don't forget to check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course my website, amdtechreviews.com. So until next time, this is Andrew from AMD Tech. See ya.